Most of you will know Kawhi Anthony Leonard as a professional basketball player for the Los Angeles Clippers of the NBA. He played 2 seasons of college basketball for the San Diego State Aztecs and was named a consensus second-team All-American as a sophomore. He was selected by the Indiana Pacers with the 15th overall pick before being traded to the San Antonio Spurs on draft night. Currently playing for the LA Clippers, we wanted to know more about his recent injury and how long will it be before he's back on the court again. How long till we see Kawhi Leonard playing again after recent surgery? But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Kawhi Leonard's injury. In case you missed it, Leonard was sidelined after sustaining an injury in Game 4 against the Jazz in the Western Conference semifinals. He injured his right knee following a drive to the rim with a little over 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Although his withdrawal for the rest of the game seemed like the Clippers were erring on the side of caution, the late announcement a few hours before tip-off in Game 5 suggested otherwise. Shams Charania, senior lead NBA insider writer-analyst for The Athletic and Stadium, reported in a tweet, "Clippers fear all NBA star Kawhi Leonard has suffered an ACL injury." Sources tell The Athletic at Stadium. He is out indefinitely. Later, Sharani would tweet, "Kawhi Leonard had a surgery to repair a partially torn right ACL." When Leonard was asked about his knee after Game 4, he responded, "It's good. Next question." The team later found him to be more seriously injured than previously thought. The LA Clippers superstar is still listed as out with no timeline for his return. When will Leonard play again? In addition to the nature of the injury, the exact timeline of the injury is not yet known. A torn ACL typically takes approximately 1 year to recover from. That puts the Clippers in a similar position to the Denver Nuggets due to the unique schedule this season has been played under. Leonard apparently has suffered only a partial tear. No two injuries are fully alike, but Brooklyn Nets guard Spencer Dinwiddie suffered a partially torn ACL in December, and reports indicated that he may have been able to return for the NBA Finals had the Nets made it that far. Such a recovery could have Leonard back for the middle of next season, but without knowing the severity of the tear, an exact timeline is still unclear. Looks like Leonard's possibly out for the rest of the season. That means the LA Clippers have their work cut out for them. Kawhi Leonard is the second NBA Finals champion to be sidelined for the Clippers this season. Serge Ibaka has been unavailable for the team since his departure in the first round against the Dallas Mavericks. Leonard's optimistic and is waiting a comprehensive report from the Clippers medical staff. He's battled with knee injuries in the past but has always come out stronger. The significance of Kawhi Leonard to the team cannot be overstated. He got most of the praise for the first-round win against Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. His exemplary run in the 2021 NBA playoffs brought his averages to 30.4 points, 7.7 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 2.1 steals, and 0.8 blocks. The LA Clippers have shown that they can manage against a Dodged Jazz team without Kawhi Leonard. With one more win, the Clippers sealed their 2021 NBA Playoffs Western Conference Finals appearance. All we know for sure is the Clippers star is missing a good part of the early part of next season. If Kawhi Leonard returns to basketball activities in half a year, similar to Dinwiddie, and takes 2 to 3 months to ramp up to in-game shape, he'd be coming back just in time for the 2022 NBA playoffs. But would the Clippers play him? He will be out of touch after such a long sideline, but that feels like a best-case scenario at this point. Add on top of everything the fact that the Clippers have to be in playoff contention without Kawhi Leonard playing for most of the regular season in the first place. Buckle up, Clippers fans. This is going to be an interesting and probably difficult season. Who is Kawhi Leonard? According to Sports Illustrated, NBA scouts were aware in 2011 that Leonard had a strong work ethic and was a physical marvel at 6'7" with a 7'3" wingspan and 11-inch hands. Too strong to screen and too long to elude. Nevertheless, they found him difficult to pin down. Sporting News has asserted that Leonard was known more for his defense and rebounding than for his offensive capabilities when he first entered the league. He was compared to Meta World Peace and Gerald Wallace, even though his lack of outside shooting was a concern. Leonard attended Canyon Springs High School in Moreno Valley, California, before transferring to Martin Luther King High School for his junior year. In his senior year there, he and Tony Snell led the King High Wolves to a 33 record. Leonard averaged 22.6 points, 13.1 rebounds, 3.9 assists, and 3 blocks per game that year and was named California Mr. Basketball. Considered a 4-star recruit by Rivals.com, Leonard was listed in the recruiting rankings of 2009 as the number 8 small forward and the number 48 player nationwide. Kawhi Anthony Leonard was born on June 29, 1991 in Los Angeles, California. With the Spurs, Leonard won an NBA championship in 2014 where he was named the Finals Most Valuable Player. After 7 seasons with the Spurs, Leonard was traded to the Toronto Raptors in 2018, partly because of his feud with the Spurs medical team. In 2019, he led the Raptors to their first NBA championship with franchise history and won his second Finals MVP award, one of only 3 players to win Finals MVP with multiple teams, along with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and LeBron James. He subsequently moved back to his hometown of Los Angeles and signed with the Clippers as a free agent in July 2019, where he's played since. Leonard is a 5-time All-Star with 3 All-NBA first-team selections. Nicknamed the Klaw for his ball-hawking skills, he's earned 7 All-Defensive Team selections and 1 Defensive Player of the Year honors in 2015 and 2016. Leonard's also known for his dry and distracted laugh in a meme that has been picked up in videos all over the internet. Is Leonard still leaving the Clippers even with his injury? With the LA Clippers out of the playoffs and Kawhi Leonard entering into free agency terrain, what's next for the 2-time Finals MVP, you may ask? Obviously, if I'm healthy, the best decision is to decline the player option, but that doesn't mean I'm leaving or staying in LA. I'm focused on the season, like I said. We'll talk about that when the time is right, said Leonard when he spoke to reporters about his plans for the 2021-22 season and his looming potential unrestricted free agent status. As Leonard enters his free agency period, the Miami Heat and Dallas Mavericks are reportedly planning to make a hard push for the Clippers star. It's been reported that the New York Knicks and Los Angeles Lakers could also look to get in on the action. They stand a better chance since Leonard, who is sporting a potentially serious knee injury, would be closer to home. Dallas is still considered by some to be the biggest threat to land Leonard because Leonard has a good relationship with Nico Harrison, Dallas's new general manager and a former executive for Nike, with which Leonard had an endorsement contract from 2011 to 18. Furthermore, Luka Doncic's presence in Dallas and the Mavericks' ability to create maximum cap space or work out a sign and trade is another threat. Then of course, Miami's also another contender. Leonard tried to recruit Heat star Jimmy Butler to the Clippers in 2019 before Paul George was acquired, so Miami could offer Leonard a chance to play alongside Butler if the Heat were to work out a sign and trade. Miami might not be Leonard's first option, but they are an option nonetheless. Then of course there's still a chance that Leonard doesn't part ways with the Clippers. In March, the basketball star reportedly purchased his 3rd home in Southern California, a $17.1 million mansion in LA's Pacific Palisades neighborhood. He already owns a $13.3 million estate in San Diego's Rancho Santa Fe neighborhood and a $6.7 million Staples Center adjacent penthouse. His continuing to invest so much in the area creates the possibility that he plans to stick around. These seem like reasonable reasons not to go anywhere outside of LA. On Friday, July 2nd, First Things First NBA analyst Chris Bouchard said he would be shocked if the 5-time All-Star left the Clippers and shared the only 2 reasons that he believes would justify a departure. It would not be impossible, though. Bouchard referenced the Clippers' medical staff from the incident where Leonard injured his knee in Game 4 against the Jazz and initially said, "It's good. Next question." When asked about his injury, he missed the rest of that series and has not yet played in the finals against the Suns for the Western Conference. John Bayless said, "I was also told, as I told you from the day one when this happened, Leonard's knee injury, he's gone. He's going to need some type of surgery. I'm not sure exactly what the extent of it is, but he's going to need surgery, so he's out for the rest of the playoffs." Kawhi Leonard left the Spurs because he lost trust in the team's medical staff. Something similar happening with the Clippers. If the extent of his injury is true, this would particularly be alarming for the Clippers because Leonard will be an unrestricted free agent this summer. As much as it seems it would be a re-sign with LA, this would be the type of thing that could cause him to reconsider. He clearly takes health management extremely serious. Even though it's said that Leonard is still actively engaging with his teammates in San Antonio, he reportedly professed a commitment to his teammates while rejecting the organization, according to an unnamed source. Do you think Leonard's returning, and when? If he does leave, where is he off to? Feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. We hope to see you back for our next video. Until we return, we hope you succumb to the good luck of a genie with unlimited wishes.